Hari Om, everybody. I'll start the class with the prayer. Sit straight, close your eyes, put your hands in Namaste, and chant with me. Om. Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru is the creator. Guru is the preserver. Guru is transformed. Guru is the absolute Lord himself. Salutations to that Shri Guru. Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Beginning with Narayana, through Adi Shankaracharya, in between and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors. Beginning with Sadashiva, through Adi Shankaracharya, in between and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors. Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murti, Puja Moolam Gurur Padam, Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Gurur Kripa. The root of meditation is the form of the Guru. The root of worship is the feet of the Guru. The root of mantra is the word of the Guru. The root of liberation is the grace of the Guru. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata. Om, the one pervading all three spaces, earth, space, and beyond. I meditate upon that divine light, and may that light awaken my intellect. Hari Om to all the Atmajyotis today.
I bow down and welcome all of you to today's Bhagavad Gita Satsang. So in our Bhagavad Gita Satsang, we begin with a prayer. And once we invoke the divine through the prayer, we request the divine to show us the right path. Then we go on to chant and then contemplate the Bhagavad Gita shlokas. But before all of that, as we already know, to be able to understand the meaning of the Bhagavad Gita shloka and to inculcate it in our life and to follow the same for years and throughout the life and make it a part of us and to realize who we are, we need our mind to be calm, peaceful, and clear so that we can take in and absorb all the divinity that comes from the satsang and through the Bhagavad Gita shlokas that we contemplate on. So there are many practices through which we are able to calm down our mind and get into that state of mind where we can focus and concentrate. And one such practice that we have been learning and following from a few classes is the Gayatri Dhyana. In the Gayatri Dhyana, we chant the Gayatri mantra for 9 times. And then we sit in silence for a few moments. And now, before we start with the Gayatri Dhyana, I request all of you to please sit straight, keep your back erect, and bring together your legs. Keep your hands comfortably on your thighs and slightly bend your head backwards like this. So when you bend your head backwards and close your eyes, your focus immediately goes towards that place on your forehead between your eyebrows in the center where you place kumkum. So please focus on this area. And when you focus there, what you're seeing there is the Agnya Chakra. So you know that we have many energy centers throughout our body, and one of it is this Agnya Chakra. So this Agnya Chakra is a very important energy center, and it is also known to be the seat of higher intelligence. And even the intuition that we get, it comes from the Agnya Chakra. So now please close your eyes. Focus on this divine center of energy and see Surya Bhagavan's presence there. Offer your respects and gratitude to your Bhagavan. Now, with the same feeling of respect and gratitude, let us chant the Gayatri mantra for 9 times. After we are done chanting, we'll sit in silence for a few moments. So please be on mute and chant along with me. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Thiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Please be in your natural silence. Notice how peaceful and silent your mind has become. This silent state of mind is like a clean whiteboard. Let us write the most meaningful sentences of your life on this board. See yourself as a happy, healthy, peaceful, courageous, energetic, content, and a truthful being who brings out the best qualities from within and also helps others around to bring out their inner best. Now, see your family members, mother, father, brothers, sisters, grandparents. See all your family members happy, healthy, and peaceful. See your friends, relatives, neighbors, teachers. See all the people you know as happy, healthy, and peaceful individuals. Now, see all the people in the world, whether you know them or not. See all of them as happy, healthy, and peaceful beings. See all the living beings, plants, animals, birds, insects. See all of them as happy, healthy, and peaceful beings. Now see the entire existence, the rivers, the mountains, stars, galaxies, the entire existence as happy, healthy, and peaceful existence. And in this divine and wonderful existence, once again see yourself as a happy, healthy, peaceful, courageous, energetic, truthful being who brings out the best qualities from within and help others around to bring out their inner best. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of your body and become aware of your surroundings. Gently scrub your palms. Give warmth to your eyes. I offer my respect and gratitude to all the divine Atmajyotis who are present here today. Now, gently open your eyes. Now, does any one of you have any question or doubt regarding the Gayatri Japa that we just did? Please do raise your hand if you have any doubt or if you want to share anything about the Gayatri Japa. Okay. Now let us move to the most exciting session of our Gita Satsang, that is the story time. And this time, the story time is not just a story time. It's something that's even more exciting. And that is the Gayatri Trilogy, where we will be unraveling the mysteries of the Gayatri Mantra in 3 sessions. But before we get into the mysteries, do you all want to listen to an amazing story? Show me a thumbs up if you want to listen to this amazing story. Oh, I see so many thumbs up. Let's not waste any time and move forward to the story. So it's a story that happened years ago. This is a story of a great king. His name was King Kaushika all of his ministers and his subjects used to say, Kaushik Maharaj ki jai, Kaushik Maharaj ki jai. And he used to be so happy when they said that. He used to be so proud. But at the same time, he tried to keep all his subjects happy. He liked to do so many things, sitting in the court, eating delicious food, and hunting. It was one sunny day where King Kaushika went for hunting. Not because he liked to kill animals or something like that, but because the population of animals had increased so much in the forest, and the people came running and complained to him that it's become so dangerous to live in this village. In your kingdom, it's become very difficult. Oh, king, please do something. And that's when he thought about the issue and said, let's go hunting. And he went to a forest. He did a lot of hunting. It took him 6 hours, and he just kept running and riding on his horse and on and on and on. He went. He was so tired. And with him, you know who came? His soldiers. But it's not that which is surprising. But what is surprising is the number of soldiers who accompanied him. Can you guess how many soldiers? Not 5 or 10 or 100 or 1,000. One Akshahuni of soldiers accompanied him. How much is that one Aksha? It's a lot of soldiers. It's more than 21,000 soldiers. So it's those many soldiers that he took for hunting. So not only was he tired, but all these soldiers were tired. They said, oh, king, don't know about the animals, but we are all dying here because of how tired we've become. You've been making us to run and run and run. We're so tired, and it's so sunny as well. If you let us stand for another second in this forest, I'm going to faint. We're all going to faint here, and you'll have to return to the kingdom alone. So the king said, okay, let us go back to the kingdom. But before that, let us go meet Sage Vashishta. So Sage Vashishta's ashram or hermitage was in the same forest. So he said, let us go and meet the sage Vashishta once. He's such a great sage. He's so enlightened and wise. Let us take his blessings and then we can leave. So he went to sage Vashishta. As soon as he entered the hermitage, sage Vashishta came and he welcomed him. Oh, dear king, please come in. We welcome you to our hermitage. And King Kaushika immediately bowed down, touched the feet of sage Vashishta and said, please do bless me. And so did the sage too. This now, as I already told you, the soldiers and the king were so hungry and tired. So they were waiting to go back home. So they said, we'll take leave now, O great sage. But then sage Vashishta understood the situation. He knew that the kingdom is still far away and it will take hours for them to go back walking or on riding the horse to their kingdom. So he said, oh great king, please sit here and we will let me serve you some good food. Please do accept our hospitality and then you can leave. But then the king did not want to say no. But then he thought, it is such a little hermitage. There are so little people, and me, one Akshahuni of soldiers. How will they feed us? How will they cook? Even if they cook for 3 years, they will not be able to serve us. So he said, it's so such a heavy heart. He said, no, said Vashishta, we will go back to our kingdom. We are not so hungry. But then Sage Vashishta could read his mind this time as well. He said, please don't worry, O king. We will manage. Don't worry at all. You please sit here, take rest. us see, maybe the sage will arrange for some fruits and water. Let me go freshen up. So all of them went, put some water onto their face, and they weren't done freshening up. And Sage Vasishtha and his disciples were already starting to serve food. They were ready. And guess what? It was not fruits and water, but it was so many delicious variety of dishes. Whatever you name your favorite dish. And he said, here it is. Please take this. Please let me serve and you can eat. So he started feeding all the sages. Here, he started feeding all the soldiers. Here, take some more, take some more. And it seemed like such a unique thing happening. Like it could never happen. How can such a small hermitage be feeding me and my so many thousands of soldiers? He was wondering, but then he was so hungry that he did not want to ask anything. He quickly had it and he said, thank you, Sage. I will go back to my kingdom now. But he still had one question before going back. He thought, how can Sage Vasishtha cook so much of food? How can he do that? He had so many questions, but he did not want to ask these questions to Vasishtha. But Vasishtha again read his mind. He said, come on, I'll take you to a tour in my hermitage. So he started showing the king different things. See, this is where my disciples stay. This is my wife. This is where we perform yajnas. Come, finally, once he was done showing everything, he said, come, I'll take you to meet my beloved daughter. Come on, I will take you. You will see my daughter. She is such a wonderful little girl. So, you know whom he showed as his daughter? He showed a cow. Cow as his daughter. The king is, this cow. How come? So he said, you do remember that Samudra Manthan that had happened years back? Yes, he says. So in that Samudra Manthan, you know, right, there was a divine cow that came out of it. Its name was Kamadhenu. You all know who a Kamadhenu is. Does any one of you know who a Kamadhenu is? Do you want to say who a Kamadhenu is? Yes, Vidisha. Who is a Kamadhenu?
It's the holy cow of Hindu religion.
Yes, it's the holy cow and the wish-granting cow. What is a wish-granting cow? So you stand in front of the cow, you fold your hands and you say, I want some delicious food. This food appears. I want some new clothes. The new clothes appears. You say, I want some 1,000 coins. The 1,000 coins appears. You ask for anything that appears. What? You know Lord Indra, right? Lord Indra gifted this Kamadhenu cow's daughter took care of this cow Nandini so well with so much of love that in these few years he had so much love that he considered this cow as his daughter. And this cow Nandini was also a wish-granting cow. So he explained all of this to Sage Vishwamitra. Sage Vishwamitra was also very he was so surprised that Sage Vasishtha had this cow, and it was this cow that had created so much of meals. It had granted all of the delicious meals for the Vanakshahuni soldiers to eat. And the meals were very delicious and so very tasty. So Sage Vishwamitra was about to take leave when he said, dear Sage Vasishtha, you have this beautiful cow Nandini, but it is in your ashram where there are very little people, you and your disciples, and you two don't have any desires in life. You have given up all the materialistic desires. But if you give this cow to me, in my kingdom, it will help so many people. I can use it for different things. Moreover, I am a king, so I can use to generate a lot of wealth, which I'll use not only for my well-being, but also my kingdom's well-being. please give me this cow. So sage Vasishta says, dear king, this is not just a cow. She is my daughter. And I cannot separate my daughter from me. Can any king say cow for free? I will give you lots of gold. I will give you many thousands of cow. I will give you 100 elephants. Which are dressed in gold. Value to my daughter. I love her so much that I can't stay here without her. I am so much attached to my little daughter that I cannot give you her away. Moreover, me giving you this cow is not at all possible, because this cow is not some non-living thing like a book. You want to this Kaushika and asks this cow Nandini, do you want to come with me to my kingdom? We will feed you delicious thing and you can have it. You will stay very happy in our kingdom inside my palace. Do you want to come and stay with us? But this cow starts crying. The cow runs and tries to start licking sage Vasishta. How can you do this to me? How are you going to send me to this king? The cow starts crying. Tears start flowing from her eyes. She's saying, please, please don't give me to this King Kaushika. Please keep me with you. She starts crying and tears start flowing and flowing. But sage Vasishta says, see, my dear daughter, it is your wish. If you do not want to go, nobody can force you. You stay here with me. It is not easy for me as well to send you away. So you please stay here and you don't have to go anywhere else. But then sage Vishwamitra now gets very angry. Nobody is asking you and this cow. I am the king and you live inside my kingdom. So I am not asking you. I am just going to snatch this cow away. And what can you do? What do you have? Do you have someone to fight for this cow? I have one Akshahuni of soldiers. And he says, commands his soldiers, attack. And all the soldiers starts firing thousands of arrows at once through its sage Vasishta and the ashram. So many arrows that it looks like it's raining arrows from sky. There's thousands of arrows coming down, swoosh. And no soldiers on sage Vasishta side the story. I request all of you to please hold your hands and we once again recite this shloka of Gayatri. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargho Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. The Gayatri mantra, the mantra that we just chanted, it is describing the brilliance of the sun god. And it also denotes the goddess Gayatri. So let us say you just read a wonderful book. So as soon as you're done reading the book, what do? You thank its author, right? After you're done reading the book, you first thank the author. thank you for writing such a wonderful book, such a nice story. I enjoyed the story so much. Then, whom do you thank? You thank that friend who suggested you to read that book, right? Because if your friend wouldn't have suggested you, then how would you have known that there is such a wonderful story in such a wonderful book, and how would you have ever experienced the joy while reading the book? Similarly, you should know that there are so many benefits that you get by chanting the Gayatri mantra. You've also observed today how peaceful and calm your mind became as soon as we finished the Gayatri Dhyana, right? So, before we actually understand the power of Gayatri Mantra, we get to know its benefits, we come to know about the secrets of the Gayatri Mantra, it is important to chant all the energies which helped us to be able to chant the Gayatri Mantra. And that is what we are going to do in today's session. And in the coming sessions, we will be unraveling such amazing mysteries of the Gayatri Mantra. So let us first know who are the people behind the Gayatri Mantra. All of this comes in some Sanskrit verses. Asya Shri Gayatri Mantrasya. Here we are talking about the Gayatri Mantra. Vishwamitra Rishihi. It is Vishwamitra Rishi who gave us this Gayatri Mantra. He was the one who realized the Gayatri Mantra and taught it to the mankind. And it's because of him that we know this mantra. Gayatri Chandaha. All the Gayatri, like the Gayatri Shloka and all the many other Sanskrit shlokas and hymns, all of them are written in Chandas. What is a Chandas? It is different combinations of syllables. What is a syllable? Syllable is sound. For example, you take any word like Vidisha. So Vidisha has 3 syllables. Vi-di-sha. These syllables are nothing but sounds. So how are these sounds arranged? Is the Chandas. So the Gayatri Chandas is the name of this Chandas. So Gayatri is the name of this particular Chandas. Savita Devata. So the shloka is on a god or a deity. And who is that god? It is God Savitur. Savitur is nothing but the god of sun or the sun god. He is called Savitur. Japopanayana Vinyogaha. Why do we use this Gayatri Mantra? Where can we use or chant it? We can chant it to do japas like how we did today, or for Vinyogaha, for initiations. So this is all about the Gayatri Mantra, the people behind it and everything. But what is Chandas? Who is Savitur? And why exactly or how exactly did Gayatri Mantra come into origin? All of this will be unraveled in the coming session. Now is the exciting part of the story. It's quiz time. So we'll find 3 questions in the quiz. And if you know the answer to the question, you need to raise your hand and wait for your name to be called out. The first question is on your screen. Who is the daughter of Kamadhenu? Option A, Surabhi. Option B, Nandini. Option C, Lakshmi, or none of the above. Yes, Vyomeshwar.
It's option B, Nandini.
Excellent. You're right. The answer to this question is Nandini. The second question is on your screen now. Which lineage did King Kaushika belong to? Option A, Kusha. Option B, Surya. Option C, Chandra. Or option D, both A and B. Yes, Snigdha.
I think it's both A and B.
Okay. Anybody else who wants to answer this question? The answer is partially correct though. Yes, Ramakrishna.
I think it is Surya.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, Vidisha.
It's option A, Kusha.
Very good. You get the hint from the name Kaushika. So Kaushika is somehow derived from the lineage that is Kusha. So excellent, Vidisha, and very good, everybody. All of you who tried, you used your mind to solve this question. That's very nice. So the right answer is Kusha. The last question. Whose ashram did King Kaushik stop to rest during the hunt? Option A, sage Vishwamitra's hermitage. Option B, sage Valmiki's hermitage. Option C, sage Vyasa. Or option D, Vashishta. I see so many of you answering and raising your hand. Yes, Pramukh.
It is option D, Vasishta, sage Vasishta.
Excellent. Very good, Pramukh. Very good, everybody. So it is sage Vashishta. One big round of applause for everybody who listened to the story and to all of you who answered this quiz. Very good. I am sure all of you enjoyed this story and you also had fun answering to the questions. So let us continue this exciting story in the next session. I can't wait. And I'm sure all of you can't wait as well. So let us move now to another interesting part of the session. That is the chanting and contemplation of the Bhagavad Gita shloka for this week. I request Namit to please help us chant.
Hari Om to all the Atmajyotis. Welcome to this session. Today we'll be learning Shloka 2.30, which is Dehi Nityam Avadyoyam. So, who wants to volunteer to chant this Shloka?
Can I?
see Ramakrishna's hand. So, Ramakrishna, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes. Yes, Namita, can you hear me?
Yeah, Ramakrishna. Okay. Everybody join your hand, close your eyes, and of course keep your back erect so that blood circulates. You can chant the shloka along with Ramakrishna. Dehi nityam avadyoyam.
Dehi nityam adyoyam.
Dehe sarvasya bharata.
Dehe sarvasya bharata.
Tasmat sarvani bhutani.
Tasmani sarvabhutani.
Tasmat sarvani bhutani.
Tasmat sarvani bhutani.
Natvam shochitum arhasi.
Natvam shocyasi masyasi.
Shochitum arhasi.
Shochitum ashyasi.
Arhasi. It's arhasi.
Arhasi.
Okay. Very good. So, what the shloka means is that Krishna is telling Arjuna. We already came to know about the Atma, the divine light of the self, and all. So now Krishna is telling Arjuna, the dweller of this body, or who operates through this body, who helps all our bodies to function, the Atma or the divine light of the self, can never be killed. As we learnt in our previous shloka, it cannot be burnt, or it cannot be moistened, or it cannot be blown by air. So therefore, you don't need to be sad. If this body goes, that's nothing to mourn of and all. So we have seen many people, like if somebody is dead, some famous personality, 3 days morning, 7 days morning. But the true self is still there. So we can look at you can look at this art example. The sun is shining and it's reflected on all the pots. Now, if I remove one of the pots, does the sun stop shining? Ramakrishna?
Am I audible?
Yeah. So now if I remove one of the pot, does the sun still shine or does it stop shining?
Okay.
Ramakrishna, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So now can you look at all these pots over here?
Yes.
So if I remove one of these pots, does the sun stop shining?
No, it'll keep on shining.
Correct. So the same way, the spot was just reflecting. So that's why the sun continues shining. Anything we see in this world is just a reflection of God Himself. You may look at a book or TV or a box. Everything is a reflection of God Himself. I hope you're clear. If you have any questions, please go ahead. You can raise your hands. I'll come to you one by one.
Okay. I didn't understand what's called descent of Bharata.
Means the successor, descendant is some kind of like a successor after one king, the next one.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Shall I recite?
Yeah, you can. If you have any questions, we'll start with that. Okay. So now I want to know what each one of you have understood. I know all of you are creative and have different views on this shloka. So raise your hands and I'll call you one by one. Yes, Pramukh. Pramukh, you're not audible.
Sorry, I thought you didn't call my name actually. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Shri Krishna is telling in this shloka to Arjuna that the soul which dwells in our body, it can never be slain. It can never be slain. So, like, we should not grieve for any person who has died. Like, you gave an example, right? Like, if some like top celebrity is like dead or something, here there will be mourning for 7 to 15 days or something. But we should not be actually doing that, because the soul would have already reborn into another body. It's like our bodies are like clothes, and we are like the soul. So yeah, the clothes get torn, but the body does not get torn. So yeah, We should not mourn about anything.
Yeah. What you told is correct, but one correction in that is about that mourning. So it's totally fine, 3 days mourning, but you shouldn't be deeply attached to the person's body, because their true self is still alive and is eternal. So there's no mistake in doing that. And more importantly, Bhagavad Gita doesn't tell what one should do and what we should not do. It doesn't teaches us what is right and wrong. It is given, Sri Krishna is told, and it's now Arjuna's or our confused minds. It's our wish how to apply it and how to use it in our life and bring out a transformation. So yeah, excellent, Rama.
Thank you, Namit, for the correction.
Yeah. So next we have Snigdha.
Yeah, so I want to share my understanding. So basically, if the soul is there in the body, it doesn't mean if the body goes, it doesn't mean that the soul will go. The soul will stay, but it'll pass on to a new body. Like the example you told, if one thought is removed, doesn't mean the cell will not shine. It will keep on shining. So it's like it's just like what do you say? The explanation you told
About the mourning.
what?
So you told explanation. So what were you referring to?
Like the way you told, like there'll be a soul. Like the soul will never like what is it? The soul will never go. Only the body may go, but the soul will always be there.
Correct. So yeah, what you told is absolutely correct. And it's not that the soul or the Atma is getting old. It neither gets old or it decreases age. There's nothing like that with the Atma. It is eternal. Next is Ramakrishna.
Yes, can I share my understanding with that this shloka?
Yeah, go ahead.
I understood that these utensils, I mean, the sun, if I keep those things on the ground when the sun shines really high, it'll not stop. That means that when the utensils are on the ground, that will shine. Actually, it's not like that. If I keep the utensils at the other side, it'll still be shining. So this tells us that like Arjuna, actually he was not fighting. So when we have to not stop until that's finished.
Excellent, Ramakrishna.
Thank you.
Next we have Vaishnavi.
Yeah, I will tell what I understood on this shloka. We should perform our own duty. God will do the rest, and we should perform our duty very properly. How the sun shines.
Excellent, and Vaishnavi. Next is Keertana.
Yeah, so what I understood is that like we all of us are the reflection of God. So like God within us can never be destroyed or can never be slain. So therefore, we need not feel sad or we need not grieve for any living being. Like you said, like the sunshine, even if one part is removed, the sun will keep on shining. So the parts are just the reflection. Just like that, we are just the reflection. So the God within us can never be destroyed.
Wonderful. So, correct. This Atma cannot be slain, and there's nothing to be sad of, because it's just what we possess, and it's just like a torn cloth or some destroyed cloth when we lose our body. So there's nothing to be sad of, because the true I is still there, and I am eternal. Next is Vidisha.
Yeah, so what I understood is like how you give the example of the sun and the pot. If one pot breaks or if it goes out, the sun doesn't stop to shine. Like that only, I just want to give a small example. Suppose in a village there are 4 people, one mother, one father, and 2 kids. Suppose one kid has to go to Canada for his higher studies or something. That doesn't mean the other kid stops to go to school, the mother stops to work, the father stops to work. Then how will the house run? So like that only, even if the kid goes to Canada, that doesn't mean our daily course and all stops. No. Like that only, even if a person is dead or something, we have to like mourn for at least 2 or 3 days. Afterwards, we'll only get adjusted to that environment.
Very nice example, Vidisha. So it's not only about these examples. We also need to look at the shlokas practically. So Bhagavad Gita is practical. It's not just theoretical. We need to realize the truth and use it in our lives. So very nice. Next is Vyomesh.
So what I understood from this shloka is like, if you die, your soul doesn't die. Like, people may feel sad for maybe a month or two, but they get adjusted to that, and your soul may come into another body, and that body may also go and die, but you yourself live forever.
Yeah. So it's not your soul or my soul, because the Atma is itself me. So by telling my soul and your soul, we are referring it as a possession. So I or you don't like possess this Atma. The Atma possesses everything we own. The body, the mind, our books, our pens, pencils, erasers. So other than that, whatever you told is absolutely correct.
Okay.
If there are no more questions or something else related to the shloka, we can move on to the ending prayers.
Before we move on to the ending prayers, we all saw the iLead module, the wonderful lesson this week, right? And we also attempted the exciting quiz that Keertana shared on Friday. So does any one of you want to share your learning and understanding from the iLead module? What did you learn? Okay, first of all, who all saw the video, the lesson? Okay. Yes, Pramukh. What did you like the most in the lesson?
About how the way like Prabhuji talks interactively without being interactive with others. Like he talks in a really good manner with voice modulations and all, and that really catches my interest. So I listened to all the videos in the first course, and I understood a lot about them. I realized that God is in me, not in a statue or something. We are a reflection of God itself.
Very nice. That's a very nice thing to take away from the video. Excellent. Yes, Vaishnavi.
I like the first lesson in the first chapter. It was very nice. I saw the video first and attended the quiz. The first lesson's video was very nice, and it gave me the God's experience.
Wow. So nice, Vaishnavi. I'm so inspired. Yes, Vidisha. What did you like the most?
I love the most about how Guruji was talking about how he was interacting with everybody, even though we were not in the presence of him. But still, how through the video only we understood a lot about all devas and all. And I attended the quiz also.
Very good. Excellent, Vidisha. It's true that the lessons are so nice. It feels like Prabhuji is sitting in front of us and he's explaining every bit of it. So I hope you completed the 3 steps. 1, see the lesson, attend the quiz, and fill the RK points form. I'm sure all of you did that. Very soon we're going to be releasing something that's going to excite all of you and make you so much more energetic, like refilling energy into you. That's how you're going to feel. So just 2 more weeks and you will know what it is. Also, I would like to ask Keertana, who saw all our recordings and she completed all the shlokas we've done so far. So, what was your experience, Keertana? And also, do you have any doubts from any of the videos you saw?
I don't have any doubts. So like all the videos were so good, and Vijay ji, Manya and Amit explained all the Bhagavad Gita shlokas so wonderfully, and even the stories were so very interesting. So I'll just briefly share what I learned. So first, I learned that Krishna is telling Arjuna about the Bhagavad Gita, and Maharshi Vedavyasa is writing it. So in the further few shlokas, I also learned that in the Shloka 3, Krishna is compared to the Parijata flower. Now, how is the relationship between the Krishna and the Parijata flower? So what I learned is that Parijata flower usually fulfills all of our wishes. Just like that, if we surrender to Krishna 100%, then he'll surely fulfill all of our wishes. I also learned about the Gnana Mudra. Like all these days, we were just keeping the Gnana Mudra without knowing its significance and meaning. What I learned is that these 3 fingers, they signify the Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas Guna. And this is Jivatma and this is Paramatma. So when you combine this, it becomes the Gnana Mudra. Like all these days, I was just doing without knowing the significance of it. But after seeing the videos, I know why we keep this mudra. And later, I also learned that the Kauravas army had so many great warriors, but in the Pandava army, only if Krishna is there, he helped all the Pandavas to go through so much of difficulties. So if we just surrender to Krishna, then anything will become easy to us. And I also learned that how we pass from youth to old age, just like that, after we die, our body will pass, our soul will pass from one body to another, and the soul is permanent. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that why are you worrying? You're not worth for worrying to all of this. The soul is permanent. So you're actually not killing, you're just killing the body, which is not permanent, but the soul is always permanent. And I also liked a few stories like the Ekadashi story and Bhakta Kannappa story, and how in the Vivekananda story, like when the Bhagavad Gita book was kept below all the books, and Vivekananda took it as positive sense, took it in the positive sense, and told that Bhagavad Gita is the foundation for all of these books. And also the Bhakta Kannappa story, wherein it's not what you offer to God, but it is how you offer to God. That is how much devotion you have. So I've learned a lot through all of these videos, and my thanks to Vijayji, Manya, and Amit.
Such a beautiful explanation in the wonderful way that you shared your experience. When you shared your learning, it felt like I myself saw all those videos and I relived each and every moment in the class, and I listened to the story again that Namit and I narrated, and it was I myself could experience and feel all of these wonderful sessions. Thank you so much, Keertana. And now that you've joined us, it feels even more special. Like how all of us, each one of us in the class, makes this satsang even more special and even more amazing. So every time we see all of you, we feel so elevated, and there is so much more divine experience that we see.
And one more thing I want to notice here. Can you all see, how well Keertana presented her experience? So that is Vakjyoti. So she is the president of the Vakjyoti. All of you should learn how to speak clearly, and all of you should participate in the Vakjyoti. So you will be part of Keertana's team, and you will also learn how to present. Because in life, how you speak also makes an impact, especially when you speak the right words and the truth, it creates a transformation in others. That power you get by participating in Vakjyoti. So I request and I encourage all of you also to participate in Vakjyoti. Very nicely summarized, Keertana.
Thank you, Vijayji.
So shall we go to the ending prayer, Manya?
Yes, Vijayji.
Okay, everybody, sit straight, close your eye, hands in namaste, and chant with me. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nanu Nanimbudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Satchidanandatma Shivananu Nane Shivoham Shivoham Shivoham. Antarjyoti Bahirjyoti Pratyakjyoti Paratparah Jyotirjyoti Swayam Jyoti Atmajyoti Shivosmyaham. Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु हरिः ओम तत्सत्
Thank you all. Thank you very much. Wonderful, Manya, Namit, Keertana, Aditya, and all the Vivekanandas and Balakrishnas. Hari Om.
Hari Om, sir.
Thank you.
Hari Om Vijay.
Hari
Thank
Om.
you, everybody.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Welcome everybody.
Hari Om Vijay.
Hari Om Vijay ji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, everyone.
Hari Om.